Hi, Kansans. Doug Billings here, your favorite candidate for Kansas governor. And by the way, I'm still the only officially filed and fee paid governor candidate in the state. Would somebody please tell Fox 4 News, KSHB, KMBZ, and all of the other news, Pete Mundo, Kevin Keatsman, where are you guys? Come on. I haven't gotten a call from any of you. In fact, I see everybody else's face running for governor, or at least saying they are, who have not filed and not paid the fees, because we scare everybody. This campaign is lighting it up. We have the endorsement of General Michael Flynn, Roger Stone. We're going to get endorsements. We already have one from Dr. Douglas Frank, and he is very involved with the topic that I want to talk to you about today. Folks, in Kansas, election integrity is the number one issue that we face. Look, everything else that we work for, whether it's right to life, whether it's ending child and human trafficking, whether it's illegal immigration, whether it's chaos and crisis, law enforcement and backing the blue, whether it's bringing, like I want to, bringing SpaceX and the United States Space Force to Kansas. All of that stuff, all of our campaign pillars fall by the wayside and don't count unless we can secure our elections. And there are people in the elected class in Kansas, people who are currently in office, who deny that we have election integrity issues. Imagine that. Imagine the absolute void of intellectual maturity that it would take to believe that we don't have election integrity issues in this state. In fact, anybody who tells you that, who's in office or running for office, from our side, the Republican side, that's a rhino, folks. They're denying it. And they will gaslight me for saying this, and they will project nonsense upon me. Doug Billings says we've got election integrity issues. Well, what he's really doing is attacking the poll workers, the John and Jane Does who volunteer their time to watch over our election process. That's what they do. Folks, that's gaslighting. That's projection of what they do. The person who happens to occupy the Secretary of State office said that about me. Folks, this is a man who has destroyed ballots that were under investigation. That's not voter transparency. That's a cover-up. And we're going to put an end to it. The very first executive order that I sign when I win this election is to create an election integrity task force. Great patriots throughout Kansas have already asked to be part of it. I've asked Thad Snyder, a Kansas patriot, to be part of that. I've asked Dr. Doug Frank to look into being part of this group. We're going to root out and get rid of the fraud in this state with regards to our elections. The electronic voting machines, gone. We're going to have paper, watermarked ballots, and we're going to return, ladies and gentlemen, finally and once and for all, to Election Day. Look, I'm very pleased with the hard work that Chris Kobach has done and our legislature has done. We have a new law that, look, votes after, 7 o'clock or so on election night aren't counted anymore. That's great. It's a great start, but we still have election month in this state. This is not what the founding fathers intended. I know, early voting, Doug, I don't want to wait in line for 5 hours. That's what I hear, and that's what I get. And I gently and very kindly, I tell you, remind those people who say it's an inconvenience. I say to them, I wonder if the soldiers who went to the battlefield and died to protect your right to vote and stand in that line thought that might have been an inconvenience. You see, folks, it's always a matter of context and perspective. I'm going to work with the legislature to get Kansas to a place where we have a day off on Election Day, a state-paid holiday on Election Day. Who says it can't be done? And why not try to do it? Give the day off, go to the polls and vote on Election Day and during the primaries. This, by the way, is the intent of the founding fathers. We have drifted so far away from their intent on so many issues. This is just one of them. I'm a purist. I want to believe in and follow what the founders intended, and election integrity is one of them. So I will also ask our brilliant Kansas Attorney General to tell the KBI, that's the Kansas Bureau of Investigation, in case you're going to school in Lawrence, they must investigate. They must investigate the destruction of these ballots that were supposed to be held and protected for an investigation. I'm going to make sure that your vote counts. I promise you, this is a huge, like I said, everything else pales in comparison. We have got to address and fix this issue. I will do it as governor. I am here to make sure that your voice is heard. This is a bipartisan issue. This is an issue that is surrounded in nothing but logic and intellectual maturity. Remember, if any elected official or anyone running for office dares to suggest to you that Kansas does not have election integrity issues, and if they're on our side, the Republican Party, that's a rhino, folks. That's a rhino. And they do not deserve your vote, because with them, your elections and your vote are always going to be suspect. You don't know if they count. Well, we're going to fix that. We're going to restore your faith in what the founding fathers intended. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like this, if you like these topics, if you like what I'm talking about, please consider going over and joining us at DougBillingsForKansas.com. DougBillings4, F-O-R, Kansas.com. We are in this thing together. I need your help. Head over there. And by the way, I am Doug Billings, and I approve this message. This is all paid for, by the way, by DougBillingsForKansas.com. Joel Goedken, treasurer. Ladies and gentlemen, we are truly in this thing together, and I'm proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with you. Believe it. For Kansas. Cheers.